Good morning and welcome. This is Pastor Lucy Painter with your daily insight, and this is Progress Day 4. Thank you so much for the feedback, for the encouragement as we continue with this topic on progress. We said we have to keep moving forward. We have to maintain focus. We cannot afford to be distracted. We have to have a sense of this direction. We cannot afford to move around in circles. And yesterday we said at times we get to the moment where we realize we are lost. Yes, we knew where we were going, but we realized that we are lost, and the Lord shall send angels to guide us, destiny helpers, to lead us into the ways that we need to go. And today I want us to talk about that in the midst of making progress, sometimes it's good to pause and look back and see how far we have come and where we are going. I know we are talking about making progress. But do you know how refreshing it is to just take a moment and pause and look back and just look and see how far you have come and appreciate how the Lord has been faithful to you. It is so refreshing to remember where you were a few years ago and where you are today. It is so encouraging. It's such a great motivator. You know why sometimes we feel like we can't go on? When we are hit by discouragement, when we are hit by disappointment, it is because we forget. We forget that where we are today is not where we were a few years ago. It is because we forget that where we are today is not where we started. So today I want to encourage you in the midst of making progress, in as much as I am insisting that we have to keep moving, take time in the midst of making progress to pause and look back and reflect and just say, wow, thus far the Lord has been Ebenezer. Wow, look at how the Lord has been faithful. You see, in the book of 1 Samuel chapter 7, I'm just going to read as it is written from verse 7. The Bible says that when the Philistines heard that Israel had assembled at Mizpah, the rulers of the Philistines came up to attack them. So the Israelites had gathered in Mizpah. They had decided to make a covenant with the Lord. They had decided to make progress, to make new resolutions, to follow the Lord. And so the enemies decided, oh wow, this is a great opportunity. Now that they are all assembled, we can attack them. It is easy. They are all gathered in Mizpah. Let's go attack them. And so when the Israelites heard of it, they were afraid because of the Philistines. They said to Samuel, do not stop crying out to the Lord our God for us, that he may rescue us from the hand of the Philistines. So, in short, they are telling Samuel, don't stop. Whatever you are doing, continue making progress. You are crying out to the Lord. Don't get distracted. Keep praying. Keep interceding. Keep standing in the gap for us. Yes, the enemy has arose. The enemy is advancing. But Samuel, do not stop. The circumstances have changed. There is a cry of war, but do not stop crying out to the Lord. This is what you were doing. Before the enemy's sound was heard, you were crying, you were praying. So even now that the situation has changed, don't stop doing what you were doing. Keep doing it. And that is the theme of the year. Don't stop what you were doing, no matter the changes in the season. When summer comes, don't change. When winter comes, don't change. What is the purpose? What is the assignment you've been given? Keep doing it. Keep moving. So the Israelites plead with Samuel, Then this Samuel decided, yes, I was praying. I was just crying out to the Lord. So Samuel, in the next verse, he does something that is very important, and it's important for us to note. The Bible says, then he took a suckling lamb and sacrificed it as a whole burnt offering to the Lord. He cried out to the Lord on Israel's behalf, and the Lord answered him. So Samuel decides, I'm going to take whatever I'm doing to another level. I was just praying. I was just crying out. I'm taking my prayers on another level. I am going to offer a whole burnt offering. He takes a lamb. It was just prayers, not accompanied by sacrifice. But I'm going to continue doing what I ought to do. But I'm changing the gear. I'm taking it to another level. Yes, the enemy is advancing, but in as much as the enemy is advancing, I'm not moving from my position. I'm not moving from my assignment. I will keep moving. I will keep doing what I'm supposed to do, but I'm doing it on a higher level. I am putting a higher gear. He offers a burnt offering, continues crying out to the Lord, and the Bible says the Lord answered him. And while Samuel was sacrificing the burnt offering, the Philistines drew near to engage Israel in battle. But that day the Lord thundered with loud thunder against the Philistines and threw them into such a panic that they were rooted before the Israelites. Imagine that. If you keep doing what you're supposed to do, you keep moving on. Don't bother with the distractions. Don't bother with the enemies that realize, oh, you're gathered here. They want to take advantage. Now that you are concentrated on this, they want to take advantage. They want to destroy you. They want to ambush you. Keep doing what you were supposed to do. Let the Lord deal with those things. Let the Lord deal with the enemy. That's what happened here. The Lord thundered with such a loud thunder that threw the enemy into such a panic, and they were routed before the Israelites. And then the men of Israel rushed out of Mizpah and pursued the Philistines, slaughtering them along the way to the point below Beth Kar. And then, this is where I'm talking about today. Samuel took a stone and set it up between Mizpah and Shen. He named it Ebenezer, saying, thus far the Lord has helped us. He took a stone and set it up between Mizpah and Shen. He had a moment of reflection, and he had a moment of remembrance. He said, you know what, guys? Look at where we've come from. Look at how far we have come. And one thing is sure, we couldn't have done it alone. This progress we've made, no. We couldn't have done it on our own. We can say thus far, the Lord has been Ebenezer. In the course of the year, as we continue to make progress, in the course of life, as you continue to make progress, and I know that this is not the first time you're making progress. I can attest. I'm looking back at my life and I can say where I am today is not where I was some years back. And I'm sure we got our Mizpah, we got our Shen, we got our in-betweens where we can set our stones and say, that's far. The Lord is Ebenezer. Take those moments, my beloved listener. Moments of pausing and remembering in the midst of the hurry of making progress. Moments of remembering and saying, thus far, the Lord has been Ebenezer. It's not by power, it's not by might, it's not by our efforts. The Lord has done it. We are making progress. Remember, the steps of the righteous are ordered by God. It's not because we have knowledge. It's not because we have wisdom. It's not because we are very good at strategizing. No. Let's have those moments of remembering the progress we are making. Thus far, the Lord has been Ebenezer. Shalom, this is Pastor Lucy Painter with your daily insights, and this is Progress Day 4.